Hi marketing leader, today we are talking about a bit of a creepy topic, and that's torture, and I mean torturing your data. I'm sure we are all guilty of that. At some point we have took a stat out of context, presented it just because it looks good, because we look good, it makes us look good, right? So what inspired me to talk about it today? Well, it was a post on LinkedIn, and sadly it did just that. The guy tortured the data, he used the numbers just to fit what he wanted to say. In this example, it was page traffic click-through rate in Google and organic traffic. So, when you go to Google, you have ads at the top, then you have organic results. The study aggregated tons and tons of keywords and the data on the page click-through rate and organic click-through rate on them. The conclusion was that paid CTR is really low. It was almost sad compared to organic, right? You can guess that person was in SEO and he said that SEO is great and PPC is forget about it, it's just wasting money, right? Well, it's not that easy because those keywords have different intent, for example. So what does it matter how many people click on a keyword that doesn't have purchase intent? Perhaps there weren't even any ads on it, right? So that's skewing the data already. And the second thing, really, I think sometimes we overestimate Google and the technology. And that's from our personal experience. We are running some Google ads and we see the keywords. We really try to exclude keywords as much as possible, set them to exact match only, because people type in crazy stuff, and that's normal, that's how they search, that's fine. But Google sometimes shows your ads on completely stupid keywords. I mean, they have zero value. So what does it matter that someone doesn't click my ad on the keyword that they aren't even looking for that kind of content when searching for it, right? It's just pointless to measure that kind of data. So what does it have to do with websites, with your business? Let's take it slow. The first example, bounce rate. If you don't know what it is, bounce rate is when someone lands on your website on a random page and just leaves right away. So that's called a bounce. They didn't take any action, no scrolling, no clicking, they just left, had zero value in that. Now let's imagine you have a newsletter page and you have an unsubscribe link on there that takes them to somewhere that they unsubscribe. Well, you can have very low bounce rate on that page, but what if 100% of people that go there just unsubscribe from your newsletter? That would be terrible, right? You need to have context for those kind of stats. It's impossible to make a decision whether that page is doing good or bad solely looking at the bounce rate. Another one, and we've been guilty of that a little bit ourselves very early in the year, Google search has lots of metrics: position, impressions, clicks, the click-through rate, right? Awesome stuff. You can see them grow, you can celebrate, amazing. What if you generate all that traffic, all those impressions, and you get zero sales from that traffic, from that effort? Has it been successful? Of course it wasn't. So what does it matter to your stakeholders that the impressions are going up? They do not care about it. And since it's a really short video around, I wanted to raise awareness about the issue, maybe keep you on your toes so that you don't throw around random stats without context in the future, because that can really hurt your business. One thing that you have to keep in mind that those stats can easily create viral misconceptions, right? Misinformation, I would say. And that can really drag on for years and years. This week is a bit of an SEO week since Thomas is not here and I'm recording the videos, but let's take SEO. We have clients that have SEO misconceptions from like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. These things were true back then, but they are not true now. But those stats and those best practices that they've read about so much all their life, maybe, or their digital life, let's say, well, it's ingrained in their brains. And now it's really hard to just get rid of those misconceptions. And I think presenting stats for what they are, clearly understanding the connections, that's really key to getting rid of those misconceptions. So that's really it for today. Do you have any stories of maybe someone else presenting data without the context? Maybe you did it yourself? Please do tell me. I won't tell anybody. Leave that down in the comments. Share it with us. Share your horror stories, fun stories, whatever stories. And I'll see you in the next one.